Hello everybody, welcome to my Crafters Cove. I am so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, both old and new. God bless you all. Thank you so much for subscribing and being a part of my channel. And I just have been enjoying talking to you and sharing some ideas and thoughts, and you've just been wonderful, and I appreciate you all so very much. So I have a little project today that I was inspired by a gal named Brenda Clark, aka The Simple Crafter. And when I first was watching what she was doing, I thought, what in the world is she doing? And I was thinking, how is this? And then as it came together, I thought, well, how cute is that? And I think you'll find this really versatile, both for junk journaling, scrapbooking, but also as standalone for like if you have secret sisters or just friends that you want to, what do they call them? I can't remember what that's called when you just kind of give things away. They're like just happy mail. So that's what it is. So anyway, I wanted to show you a couple of different things. She did hers on a 12 by 12 one sheet wonder. And she did do it, I think, it was not double-sided. So I'm pretty sure if I remember right. Now I do have a double-sided piece. I think the one thing that probably is the most important thing is it does have to be square. It does not have to be this size. It can be any size, because depending on what size paper you start with, that's the size of your end product will be, you know, large if you use larger paper, smaller if you use smaller. So anyway, I'm going to do something a little bit selfish today. I am going to make something for a journal that I have been working on or had worked on for a while. It is with Pink Monarch prints, and I will be using the August 2025 kits and stuff. So I'm going to start with this beautiful, I love this paper so much, and this has writing on it. This is the other side. Isn't that cute? Anyway, so this is this one's 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to turn it into an 8.5 by 8.5 so that I have my square. So I am going to trim that down, and I'll show you how quick and easy this is to make. I think you'll enjoy it, and then we'll decorate it a little bit, and I'll slip it into my journal, and you can tell me what you think. But yeah, it's so fun to see some of the things that others do, and to kind of incorporate it into your own life and also into your own projects. It's real fun, and I just appreciate the crafting community. Boy, there's so many talented people out there, and so much to choose from. So if you spend a little time with me, I thank you very much. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a simple fold. We're going to fold. Oh, this is my heavy paper. I hope it works with this. This is pretty heavy. This is my heaviest paper. This is usually my paper I use for when I'm making cards, because as you can see, let me show it to you. It's very heavy. It's kind of, I want to say it's like 230 GSM. I wanted to tell you that when you're looking for, oftentimes people will ask what weight paper you use. And when I first started, I was looking for the right paper, and I thought, why is it that when I buy 110 pound cardstock, it feels different every time? They're not consistent. And I finally found a channel that was talking about it. And the bottom line is, guys, the 110 pound isn't the part we're supposed to be paying attention to. It's the GSM. If you look at that part, if you keep track of, let's say you buy some paper, it's the perfect weight for you. You love it. It says 110 pound cardstock, and it says 210 GSM or 200 or 180 GSM. Pay attention to the GSM. That's what you want to look for when you look for your paper again. You want to make sure that it's not just 110, but it has the same GSM. Then you will get the paper that you want. Otherwise, it's kind of like it's random, and it won't be the same. So I've tried that, and it works. So I wanted to pass that along. Okay, so fold it into fours, and then we're going to take, and we're just going to, hopefully, like I say, this is going to work out because this is so thick. Okay, so then we're going to come down, and we're going to just fold the corners in towards the center. And the closer you can be to the same, you know, that's the better. That is the better, because you want them to be fairly close together. And this one's a little bit. Let's move this out just a smidge. I want to make sure we get these pretty even. So, but anyway, you're going to fold the 4 corners in, almost like it looks like I'm making an airplane. Looks like I'm making an airplane. And this one's going to go in, and it's going to be about like that. Okay. I can see it's a little wider at the top here. I'm not sure that's going to make a huge difference. I guess we'll find out. I haven't made very many of these guys, so so we'll just kind of play it by ear and hope that we get what we want to get out of this, okay? Because that's the goal, is that I can show you. And of course, you know, when you make it, it might be a little different than when I make it and all of that. So now, when she got to this point, I thought to myself, now what is she going to do? Because I feel like I need to come down a little bit more with this guy. He's just not quite where I want him. I'm gonna fold this down a little more, guys, and see if I can get it a little closer. Okay. And then she took this, and all she did was fold it this way. She folded it up. You can see I got too many folds for this thick of paper. Oh, well. You know what? If the worst thing happens, I might have to show you on a thinner piece of paper, but I think you get the drift here. So I'm just going to keep going, okay? You get the idea that this was paper that was too thick for this project. But the idea is what the idea is. So here's what it is. Okay, so now all you do is you're going to, this is basically it. But when it's on a thinner piece of paper, when it's on thinner paper, I think you'll see it does better than what you think it's going to do. So, okay. So, how cute though, right? See what's happening here? Okay, so then what you do is you glue your sides. You're going to glue your sides. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it's not going to matter a whole lot if your sides are exactly right or not. That would be probably the trickiest part of this, because it seems like it's kind of hard to get it all, and it certainly is hard with this thicker paper. All right, so I'm going to hold that down, hold it down, and then what you're going to notice is, I think I need more glue. I do. I need more glue. It's going to take just a second for it to dry. It's fighting back, but I know why. Okay, we're just gonna go like this. We're gonna hold it and talk for a minute. I hope you're having a good day. It's a pretty day here, hot again, of course, but pretty. We don't have any storms, and that's a good thing, so I'm happy about that. I'm always happy when there's no storms. I don't know, there's been so much flooding and so many storms lately. It's like, oh boy. Just keeps me praying, that's for sure. Keeps me praying. So, anyway, I'm just quickly inking it because we like to do that. And I'm hoping that my sides now have stuck together. But I'm not going to test them because yet. I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. I'll show you. All right. Flip it over. I wish I'd have paid attention to the weight of my paper. But, you know, just like I said, we are just living and learning together here. And, you know, not always going to be perfect. As a matter of fact, most of the time it probably won't be. But it's about kind of getting the idea of a project and then going with it on your own and making it your own. I mean, that's kind of the idea here, right? Having fun with paper. And now you know that if you use super thick paper on this, it's going to give you a little bit of a hard time. Because a thinner paper, I would have been able to line up my edges much more easily. Let me see. And this isn't still stuck right at the top here. But I'm gonna make it stick. I definitely am going to make it stick. We're just gonna hold it. But anyway, that is the basic gist of the program. Now you can, now what she was doing with it, which was really cute, she was using it like for a happy meal, that's funny, happy mail folder, because you have a pocket at the top right here, and you have a pocket on this side, and you have a pocket on this side, and you can fill all of these up. And I thought, what a cute idea. And then I thought to myself, I need one for my journal. So I thought, I'm going to make one, and we're going to fill it, and then we're going to pretty it up, and we're going to fill it up, and then we're going to put it in my journal, because I think that'd be so cute. I do. I also thought this, you know, if you want it, like, if you don't put anything that sticks out too much over here, like let's say you had something like this and you just wanted to put this guy in here and just have it stick out just a little bit, you could actually put it in your journal so that it's like, flipping on the edge. And then you could put like another piece, a large piece right here, and then you would have this very cute layout, and then you'd open it up. You could put some things in there if you wanted to, you certainly, and then you'd be putting some things in here, so you'd have multiple ways of doing that. And I thought that was really cute, but I think what we're going to do is more of a belly band idea with it. But we want to fill it first, I think. So I think things are kind of stuck. I don't know. This is just, like I said, I know what I'm going to do. I have a couple of paper clips. I'm just going to put some paper clips at the top up there. That'll hold this in place for a few minutes. Okay, so like I said, I think that we can, you can stuff so many cute things in here. Like I had, let's see. Oh, and I have I want to make a cute tag too to put in this one. Let's see. Here's my little prototype. See, this is with just regular paper, and look how cute. See how easy it came together, and I loved it too. So I'm like, oh, well, you know, why in the world did I not just use regular paper? I don't know. I just lost my mind for a minute, and I went with this paper because I was going to make cards with it, and then I decided to go with something else. Okay, so we're going to we'll take our paper clips off because we're just going to go with it. We're going to go with it. So, so you can just basically take some little pieces, and I just think this would be the cutest gift. I mean, you could put your little things, you could put, it could be even a money card thing too, because you could put money in the top part if you wanted to. I seem to be talking about money a lot with you all. But you know how it is nowadays that it's hard to find the right gift. So a lot of times we give a gift card or give money, and sometimes you just need a pretty way to do it. So let's put that guy down in there. And we got a little tag here. And it's just a basic little tag. I'm not going to do anything fussy with that. But I am going to show you, I'm going to use, I think on this, I'm going to close it with magnets. And I think that'll work out real well. We hope, right? Okay, but this gives you the general idea, right? Look at how cute. I mean, I'm going to move my little tag over so you can kind of see the little clock. See how cute this is already? And then you can do some decorating across the top. We'll close it with a little magnet here. And then we'll put some like ephemera. I'm not going to, like I say, I'm not going to do, I'm not going to have it open like a flap. So I'm just going to put some little pieces in there that I think would be cute. And you can, you know what? You can leave them out like this a little bit so that they poke out a little bit and look so cute in your journal, which is what I'm hoping for, is cute journaling. That's always fun, right? I think I'll keep this one for something else. Oh, here we go. Here's a couple of pieces. There's a couple more pieces. Let's stick that in there. Oops. Look at this. Am I having trouble or what today? There we go. And then this guy. So you could have these 3 pieces in there, or something completely different. Obviously, you have your own thing going on. But you can just imagine how cute this is going to be in your junk journal. And then, of course, like I say, you can glue this flap down, and you can open it up, even if it's but only if you're going to have things that are going to be flush to the edge. Otherwise, just I would probably just glue the whole thing down, or like we're going to do, we can actually tuck a few more pieces on the back side here. I'm not going to necessarily ink everything here, but I'll show you we can tuck a few pieces here. And so it can have, it's like a dual thing. It'll have pieces kind of sticking up everywhere. I just think it's such a cute one. And then let's do a little tag for it. And this is going to be our belly band. How cute is this? It's super cute. I think I'll put the belly band in and let it kind of dry for a little bit, so that when we go to stick our little envelope in my journal, it'll stay in place. Okay. I just think this is such a cute one. I'm trying to figure out, I think I like this page. I'm with it. Yeah, I think that page looks pretty with it. So we'll stay with the page. And we'll go ahead and put our little belly band in. That is going to go right about like that. I want it to come right down here. I am going to put my glue on the bottom here, and we'll trim that off after it dries a little bit. I'm just going to let it dry for a minute. We'll just let that set and stick. Okay. All right, so I've got this little tag I want to do really quick. I always say really quick, and it's not always really quick, is it, guys? Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Look how cute this journaling card is. I love it. All right, so there we are inked properly. I think I'm going to do one of my little collage pieces. Well, I had something... I had my idea, and then now I move things around, and now I'm thinking, what was I going to do? What was I going to do? Oh, I think it's this. I think it's this. Okay, so my main piece is going to be this. I just love the flower clusters, so it's going to go like that. Down a little bit. And then I have my little kind of square piece for here. We can have it off to the side a little bit. It's not going to hurt a darn thing, is it? I'm just going to glue this right on because it's going to go on the square. There's that. There's that. And I've got a butterfly to go on it too, because I like the little butterflies. Then we'll pick a charm and we'll get that all done. Look at how, will we go up like that maybe? Or, yeah, I think I like it that way. Okay, so let's start with this guy. I'm going to have it overhang a bit, so I'm not going to glue it all the way. It's just like that. Make sure it's straight. And I am going to take my little flower cluster, try to leave a space open so that I can tuck my butterfly under. And then my little butterfly. I don't want him too close to the top because I got to put my little grommet in there. There's that. But you know what? I don't know if I have it. Well, it's okay. I'll show you another time. Sometimes it's fun to do something a little different. I almost feel like putting a little piece of lace down there. Not a big piece, like just, you know how you just kind of grab a little small piece. Let me see if I can make that cute. Just needs to be little. It just needs to be a small piece, like just like maybe down here, like maybe like that on the corner maybe. Nah, nope, that's not what I want. You know how it is, right? When you see it, you'll know it, and that's not it. So we're not going to do that today. We'll figure it out another day. But you get what my drift. I like to paint these. I like to splatter sometimes, and I also like to I have the, you know how I make little dots. I like to make little dots on things sometimes. I just find that fun. But we won't worry about all of that today. We'll just kind of, one day I'll get the other things out and we'll do the rest of the decorating that we like to do. All right, and then I'm going to get some ribbon, and we are going to definitely get a charm. And we're gonna oops, let's turn it this way a little bit. I think that's probably best. Yeah, I like that. And I got these cute charms. Oh man, that bird nest, that would look super cute. That's at the end, of course it is. Of course it is. What's that? That's a mushroom. Mushroom might be kind of cute. Ooh, let's do the flower. Let's do the flower. That's cute. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a mushroom, which is very cute. But look at this flower. You see that? Isn't that cute? We'll do that one. We'll do that one. Put these guys back on. I'm just going to set these aside and we'll put it back together in a minute. Okay, and I need one of my little clips. My little flower. So cute. So cute. There we go. Look at how cute it is. I love that. Okay, so there's our little our little tag. All right, so let's figure out how we want to put an if. I guess if is probably a good thing too. We want to put I was thinking our magnets, okay? Because I think I want to put a magnet down at the bottom here. Because for the most part, you're just going to be seeing the one side. I can actually use that to cover. Yep. All right, so I got these magnets off of Amazon. I can't remember the size. Maybe it'll say. It doesn't say much. But it says there's 100 pieces, which is hard to believe. It's 10 by 1 millimeter. Okay, 10 by 1 millimeter. And yeah, there's 100 pieces apparently in there. So I guess there's 50 in each one. So my thought, and I do so well with magnets, this is going to this could end up being quite the show. But I am going to try to, yeah. All right, got one. All right, so we're gonna glue one right here. I think, yeah, that's gonna come down enough. So we're gonna take our glue, and he's gonna go and he's gonna sit where he's supposed to sit. But you know what I also should have done is, I usually do this and I didn't do it this time. I should have done some double back on there too. Because if you put a little piece of double back tape on your little magnet, it just helps to hold it in place for you. So let's, well, Well, he's holding pretty good already, so I guess I'll leave him alone. Maybe I'll do it with the next one. All right, so, oh gosh, you guys, really? What? You probably are thinking, why wouldn't she have them set aside already? Well, you know, I was a brave soul, and I thought maybe I'd be okay. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hopefully I put that wrong right. Yeah. Oh. Oh, gosh, guys. All right, so I will. Here we go. We are going to, because you saw what happened. I put it on there and then it came off. Because that's the story of my life. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that you guys stick around for my faux pas and my humor. It is the best I can do. It is who I am. I just try to deal with things that way because life is what it is, and sometimes it can be very frustrating. And I am having a hard time getting this apart. It'll take me just a second, but I promise you, I think I promise you, maybe I should not make promises. All right, well, here we go. We're going to do this one. We'll take the back off and get that sticking down there. Good gravy, people. I know I can do this. I know I can. This is one of those ones where you can just speed ahead because eventually this will happen. I will get this off. Oh, yes. There's one. There's one. So now we take this and we set it down there on top of the glue bit, just like that. And then we're going to take this and we're going to take this little piece off. And then we're going to shut this right like that. And then we will open this up like that. And there's our little magnet pieces. Now, we are going to not just leave them like that. We are going to go ahead and cover these guys with something cute. And I actually think this little, birdhouse in here is super cute. So I think I'll just glue that down on top of that one. And because that's going to be something cute that they open and they'll see. Gotta love magnets, don't you? I mean, for real. All right, so there's that. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick that down as close to the bottom as I can and kind of center it and let that glue dry. Super cute. Now on the top part, there's no point in putting a super beautiful piece up there, but I just figured we could probably just use like something that's like square so that you just kind of, it would just kind of go at the top like that. And I just thought that maybe something like that for the top, so we can cover the top. And hopefully that'll hold everything in place. And these guys will be happy little campers. And we'll be happy because it closes and opens, because that's what we are hoping for anyway. All right. And I am not going to mess with it too much. I'm just going to try to get it lined up. So let me see. Might have to trim some off the other side, it looks like. Yeah, we'll trim it because I just want it kind of even and in place. And so I'm just going to turn this way. We'll do some trimming. There, that's good enough. That's good enough. I should have kind of inked my little birdhouse a little bit anyway, even if it's not a ton of ink, right? All right, so there's my little birdhouse. And then we had our little pieces that kind of came in here. And the birdhouse is still going to be cute as can be. We don't have to cover it even if we don't want to. We can just put these pieces kind of behind it like that. And I don't need this really in there, but I do kind of like this one. Maybe we'll see. We'll see if I can put this in here. Or, you know what I might do? Let's see. Oh, let's tuck that down. Make sure we shut. Maybe we'll put this guy, something like this right here. That's pretty. Do I want it down at the bottom? Do I want it right about here? Put it right about there, maybe. I kind of like that. But maybe I need something. Maybe I need something that's a little more. I don't know. I'm not sure what I want right there. Oh, I would think I know. I was gonna, not that one. I think I was going to put another cluster. I wonder if we can do the butterfly cluster. What do you think of that? And then I can, apparently I got a little, that might be kind of cute on there. Maybe? Yes, I think I kind of like that. I think I do. But I have to be careful because I don't want it to hang too much over. Otherwise, I'll grab my butterfly instead of where the magnet is, you know, and then I'll end up yanking my butterfly off or something. I don't want to do that. So let's just go like that. So there's that. And then we open it up with our little magnets, and that's hidden, so we don't have that hanging out. Come back down, and then there's that. And we're going to put our tag in there. But I think what I'm going to do is we'll bring my book back in, my journal. I made a big journal. Don't ask me why. It was one of my first ones, and it was so big. And I thought, why did I make a page so big? Because I found that if I'm going to do a journal and I want to get it done, I should use the smaller size for me. Other people just love it and can work forever on it. I apparently do not have that gift. Okay. So then I thought we would slip this inside here like this. And I need to, I can tell already that my, you know, I bet we could even go like this if we wanted to and hold it in place like that. And that would be perfectly fine, wouldn't it? It would still, but I'm going to come down a little farther with the glue on my belly band because I like my items to be a little bit snugger, and so I'm just let me see if I can do that. See if I can make it where it's a little more snug. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, so there's that, and I think I do like the idea of going over the top of it like that and holding that in place. And then we have our beautiful little tag, and you can stick that in behind or off to the side or in here, and that could be another little piece of ephemera that's sticking out with your little charm. So there it is. That's the idea. Now this, like I said, she was using these folios as Happy Mail, as gifts to put in for like Secret Sister, or you know, I bet you could use them, like I say, for money or gift cards or anything like that. I mean, you tell me what you can think of. I mean, it just seems like there's so many things you could do with them. And anyway, what do you think? Tell me what you think. I think it's a pretty cute idea. I'm actually happy I found her little video. Well, they helped me find it. You know how YouTube does that. But that's pretty cute, right? You can just put all kinds of stuff in there, and you have all kinds of ephemera here and here. And yeah, you just keep going. And then, of course, when you pull it out, you have cute stuff on the other side. So, I mean, you have cute stuff everywhere. It's just like, you can't miss, right? It's just so much fun. It's so much fun. You can put a magnet on this side too, I suppose, but I probably will not, because it's just going to be maybe a piece of Velcro or something for that side, because I don't know how the two magnets would, the four magnets probably would fight each other, right? There we go. There you go. There. Super cute, right? There it is. There it is. Thank you so much for being with me today and for taking some time with me. I hope you enjoy this little project. I hope that, now just remember, use a little less thickness on your paper. That will give you, you'll just be a lot happier. You won't be fighting it quite as much as I did, because you know how it is. You know, I'm not going to give it up. I'm going to get it. It's going to work. It is going to work, people. So there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I appreciate you so very much. I appreciate your comments. Let me know if there's other things that you like to see happening on this page. I do, like I say, I do other crafts, but I have been focusing mostly on my paper crafting lately. Anyway, have a very blessed day. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to share. And we will talk soon. God bless you. Take care.